What's up, guys? This is Madan sir here. So let's start with this very short one. It's called Wurtz reaction. Probably this is the topic you have studied it in your 11th standard. But in case you have missed it or have forgotten about, this is the time you can get it back. So let's talk about Wurtz reaction. So this is what Wurtz reaction is. Wurtz Wurtz reaction. I hope you have stopped being critical about my handwriting, because this is something I can't change. So you need to concentrate on other good thing if I'm doing. So what Wurtz reaction is? Let me write a bit of statement. When alkyl halide react with sodium in presence of dry ether, it produces alkane with double the number of carbon present in alkyl halides. So if you wanted to make a list of what the statement is, in case you have wanted, so I've made this right here. It just simply says when an alkyl halide react with sodium in presence of dry ether, it produces alkane. What that mean? That the haloalkane is converting into alkane. So this is basically a conversion kind of reaction. Let's take the example. And the third, it was done in presence of ether, dry ether here. So I'm also circling here so that you understand that these are really very important. Let's talk about, what happened when an alkyl halide react with sodium in presence of, like I said earlier, dry ether. It forms alkane. What has happened? This has become twice here. So, it forms alkane, and along with that, it also forms sodium halide. So this is a byproduct here. This is your main product. And this is your byproduct, right? So now the question is, what is the function of the dry ether? So there is something very important. Dry ether actually, helps in, reacting with sodium halide and converting it into a precipitate so that the reaction can keep on going and more, alkanes can be produced. So let me write so that you remember that. Dry ether react with sodium halide and convert it into a precipitate and keep the equilibrium of the reaction in forward direction. So let me repeat back the whole thing, because this is what Wurtz reaction is. The dry ether is useful in keeping the reaction equilibrium in forward direction so that more and more alkane can be produced. So this is actually used in removing sodium halide. I repeat back here, dry ether actually helps in removing the sodium halide from the system, and that's how it's going to be useful here. Let's take another example from here. Suppose I'm talking about halomethane. So if halomethane react with sodium, it will form ethane, and sodium will come out with sodium halide. But to remove that, as I said earlier, this reaction is carried out in presence of dry ether. So this is what the whole reaction is. So I hope you have understand. You can take any alkyl halide, and let's take another one. What happened if you take this kind of alkyl halide and if it's react with one more thing, I hope you can understand that the equation is not balanced, so you have to balance it, right? This is something I usually ignore, but in case you have to understand, you need to balance it on your own. Now the equation is balanced. So ethyl halide when react with sodium, it will produce butane here. It will produce butane. So this is what the product is coming out along with sodium halide, right? So I hope you have understand that what the Wurtz reaction is. So this is what the Wurtz reaction is. Now I hope you have understand. So let me take you through the next topic, because that's where you might have something else coming up. And okay, so what next topic? Should I make this very short right here and make other topic in the next video? Okay, let me wind this up here. With this, I must say, I have completed this very short topic, Wurtz reaction, and I hope I have made you understand. In case you have understand, I would say, that was a great idea, coming and watching it. But just to make sure I'm running this video, I must say thanks for watching.